Yo, what up? What up? This is your boy Big Brandon Carter. I'm here with Greg Young, Candlestick Man, certified market technician. He got a Series 65, and we about to give y'all the market update. Yo, the SPY had a bad day today, man.
Yeah, the market's getting canceled right now too.
Yeah, the market. Listen, man. Tate brought the market down.
Tate brought the market down. That's all that happened. That should be the headline on NBC News.
What up? But yeah, this shit was a crazy drop.
Yeah, definitely. Today. And why did we drop? Well, we started to finally break critical support levels, and the market sold off early in 2025 because Trump was igniting all these new tariffs. And this whole Greenland ordeal, it's causing some chaos. So if we take a look at the S&P 500, this is the SPX. What do you see on the chart there, Brandon?
Yeah, man, I see. Listen, that was a rising wedge, and I said, yo, I think it's going to break to the downside.
Yep.
And
there you go. You got the break to the downside. You got a breakdown on RSI, and you have a breakdown on volume. You can take a look at the SPY. You can see that big ass volume candle right there.
Yeah. It did it on volume, man.
That's telling us to take this sell-off seriously. And if you guys have been paying attention, you know, we made a 2026 forecast, and the first forecast was bearish Q1. Okay. That's starting to play out. The market kind of bullshit chopped around for a number of days, didn't really go nowhere. And so we were saying bearish Q1, maybe into Q2. And that's going to set up the dip buy for the year in 2026. Okay, so that's the S&P 500. I'll circle back to that. We talked about energy being the top sector for the year. Energy is up.
Energy's still up. So like if y'all, we've been saying buy XLE mad long, even before the Venezuela shit, because the thesis on XLE was that this was Greg's thesis. I can't take credit for it.
It's dual.
Yeah. But the thesis was that, you know, all that these AI companies are going to need a ton of energy, and AI loves energy. It loves it. It can't get enough, right? And we felt like the energy sector was going to outperform the S&P 500 as a result, because the stocks, the tech companies were a little bit, you know, they were running pretty hot. You know what I'm saying? So we feel like, but they still gonna need that energy. Right. So we really felt like that was going to work. But then Trump said, you know what, man, we need that South American oil, too, man. Matter of fact, we need that shit. He went up in there, man. I stole that shit.
Yeah. Snatch.
I stole that shit. He went and snatched that up. So and then XLE had been on a tear ever since then. And I think if you didn't get in before it, it might be setting up for them to get back in XLE, you know?
Yeah, I think that you can dip your toes. And by the way, this isn't financial advice. This is just what Brandon and I are doing. You know?
But he got to say that because he got his Series 65. I ain't got to say shit, man. I'll be out here like, yo, I'm going balls deep in XLE. You know what I'm saying? If you don't do it, you a pussy. I could say that.
You could.
But it's not financial advice. It's not financial advice.
Our main goal is to just outperform the S&P 500 and make cash as best we can. And the XLE, it pays a dividend of 3%. And even if the market does go through a big sell-off and it tanks XLE with it, XLE is what's called a lower beta sector. So it's going to drop less when the overall S&P 500 drops. But this year, I think it could go up more even when the market is green. Okay. So you get those dividends and you can get price appreciation on that. So our main goal is just to help you guys make some money, and we're not telling you what to do.
That's a fact, man. That's a fact.
So moving forward on the S&P 500, we are at critical support. I was at a money manager conference last Thursday, and they were giving the outlook for the S&P 500. Here's what they said. They said resistance will be 7,000. They said it won't break 7,000. That's basically just all-time highs unless there's a bullish catalyst. They said short term, there should be support at 6,800. We're there right now. So we could get a bounce tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, you name it. But they said that there should be a drop in Q1, Q2 of 5 to 10%. Okay. So that means if the market drops, you know, right now we're down at about 2.5% from the highs. If the market drops another 2, 5, 10%, that's your dip buy. That's your entry. That's a real dip, not these tiny little dips. over here. So that's their outlook. They're still bullish 2026 all the way to 2030. And guess what their price target was for the end of 2030, Brandon?
What was it?
13,000 SPX. That represents 90% upside on SPY over the next 4 years. That's what they're predicting. Yep. But it may go bearish and drop in the short term. Okay. So because this is a breakaway gap. We're breaking away from all that structure up over here. So this is the structure. We got the rising wedge breakdown. I think short term, if we bounce, I think that's a good short entry. End of March put options, you name it. April put options, June put options, and see if you can't get another leg lower. So this right here is the entry. Okay.
Okay.
So wait for the bounce. I'll be sure to alert it for you guys. We took profits on some bearish call credit spreads on SPX and victory trades.
Let me real quick. Let me ask you about ITA, because ITA was another one that I caught, and it had a down day today, but it had been on a tear. So y'all know ITF is the defense sector.
Yep. And
I've been super bullish on that ever since Trump started sending mad warships, battleships to to Venezuela around South America. Like he sent the whole fucking fleet over there. This is before he captured Maduro, and I was like, oh yeah, this something's happening. You know what I'm saying? And so I was saying buy ITA, and it's been fucking popping off,
You have been dead on that call, and it is not easy to go out there and publicly post, hey, this is the main sector. This is the thing to buy. Because you could be wrong, and people will get mad at you for being wrong. But you should
I felt really good about it.
You should get equal praise for being right.
Yeah, man.
Brandon, you were on ITA well before it even went on this run. Like you were on ITA at 160.
That's what I was telling people to buy it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's not financial advice. What I said, you should buy. If I would buy it, if I, you know what I'm saying, if you're not a pussy, you should buy it. It's not financial advice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And there's going to be some correlation. If the S&P 500 is down 2% and something's gone on a big run, it's probably going to drop. But if this could drop maybe down to like the 220 level, that could be a really good support. A short-term support would be like 233. That could be like a little short-term dip buy. But that's what I'm seeing over there.
And we picked the individual stock out of there, RTX, which has been on a tear as well. It had a down day today, but it's been on a tear since when did we start? When did we say we should get going up?
170. So it's at 193. It's up 16%.
Yeah, man, that's not bad.
Doesn't include the dividends you're getting paid.
Yeah. No, so we've been telling y'all, man, fuck with these joints,
Definitely. And so I'm gonna give you guys a list of stocks that I'm looking to buy and a list of stocks that I'm looking to short as well. Okay. But first I want to break down VIX. This is our volatility and fear index. When VIX starts to go up, that's where you see the market start to sell off aggressively. It'll go straight down. Okay. So when the VIX is high, that's when our ranges are really, really wide. If you see the VIX dropping, that's when the ranges are going to start to tighten up. You're going to get a little bit more of a chop / updrift. Okay. Bitcoin. I've been telling you guys, don't fuck with Bitcoin up here. Bitcoin. I'm bearish for 2026. I think that you can easily see 70K or lower. This is a bearish chart formation. This is drop, bigger bear flag, and we likely can see another drop equal to the magnitude of this impulse wave. Okay. So from bear flag standpoints, 67K is the next spot if this starts to break support, which is about like 85, 84K. And bearish Bitcoin for 2026, but I think that it can come back into rotation come 2027, 2028. Okay. So don't mess with Bitcoin. I gave you guys a short trade to profit off of cryptocurrencies dropping, altcoins dropping, circle puts, CRCL. I still think this has room to run. It's just tricky because since it's already dropped, you're paying more for your bearish position. Okay. But circle, I think it breaks these lows 64 over the next few weeks and or months.
Okay.
So that's a bearish trade idea that is semi-independent of the market, which is pretty cool. Gold, all-time highs. You guys know we've been talking about gold.
Come on, man.
It's it's pretty overbought. If you don't have any gold, maybe you can get a little bit of gold. But if you already have gold, it gets riskier and riskier the more it goes up.
Yeah, it keeps going nuts.
It keeps going nuts. Silver up 5.5%. We've been talking about SLV silver since 25. It's at 86. Okay, so silver, you'd be up over 200% if you've been watching the Victory Talk podcast for a while. I'm bullish on copper. Copper, I am flat now on the position. I was up a lot. Sorry, I'm not flat. I'm at break even basically. But I do think that copper can come into relative strength. I had a guy that he's well versed in real estate, and he's checking out all the AI data centers to see like what's going on. And he's saying, yeah, we're going to need a lot of copper. There's a lot of demand for copper. And so right now copper's quiet, but I think that later into the year, maybe sooner, it can start to come into rotation as a really bullish metal. The price of copper, CPER is the way I'm looking to profit off of copper. I've got call options, call spread.
I got leap call options too.
Yep, there you go. COPX is the copper miners. Those are a bit stronger than copper itself, so maybe I might rotate into COPX a little bit, but that's something to consider. And then one other thing I wanted to note: investors are jumping out of the U.S. right now. We can see that from this graph. This is the TLT. This is the 20-year Treasury bond ETF. Basically, when you go into your stockbroker and you buy this, it's like you're loaning your money out to the United States government. Okay. And all countries, a lot of countries, they invest in these United States bonds. Big investors invest in them. Banks invest in them. When the rest of the world pulls out of the US, you see the TLT drop. Okay. That's basically them saying, hey, your debt is too risky. It's not worth the interest payments that you're paying us. You know, they're basically saying when the TLT drops, the US is cooked. Because the last time the TLT dropped quite a bit, I think the US will be fine longer term. We'll have to see how it plays out. But the last time the TLT dropped 9.6% in just like a few weeks, that's where the SPY, the S&P 500, that's where it dropped 15% in 3 days. So that's kind of another reason why the market is dropping. The bonds are telling us that something is unstable in the United States economy. Okay, that's really, really ominous. You need to pay attention to that. Watch the TLT chart. If that keeps dropping, you're likely going to see the market continue to drop. Okay, you can even see that with the dollar DXY. That had a big breakdown. So your purchasing power is losing value right now. Okay, if you're a United States citizen that transacts in dollars. So you want to find places to put your money. Invest in a business. Invest in whatever you can. Tangible assets, hard assets, even stocks. Stocks, I'd like to wait for a little bit more of a dip, but stocks is a better place than the dollar, especially if you're getting these energy companies like we've been talking about ET, Energy Transfer. On that trade, we're up 8%, and that doesn't include the 8% dividend, doesn't include the leap call options, the wheel. EOSE, I'm bullish on this stock. I'd like to get a dip near 1450. That's where you can sell cash secured puts on EOSE. At the Money Manager Conference, they said that natural gas is coming into rotation. UNG up almost 20% today. I'm wheeling this one. So you can sell cash secured puts, get assigned, sell covered calls. Or if you wanted to, you could just buy some later dated call options or some shares. That's not financial advice, just telling you what I'm doing. But I think that UNG has bottomed out. I think that's the low 10. That's where you can place stop loss orders if you want. So the most that you could really lose if you're buying UNG is 20%, but you could get 20, 40, 60, 100% on your money on UNG. Okay. Some stocks I've been telling you to short. Brandon, look at Roblox today.
Come on, man. We've been shorting Roblox, man. Fuck them.
Yeah, fuck Roblox. Roblox down 10%. I think Roblox gets under $50 a share by the end of the year. Okay. You do have to kind of hold through some earnings reports, though, and it can go anywhere on earnings. But to me personally, I think it's worth shorting a little bit ahead of the earnings, and I can add to that a bit later. So I'm bearish Roblox. That's an easy stock to short. Roblox can drop even if the market continues to go higher. That's the cool thing about it. So lots of relative weakness there. Trump is potentially going to be putting limits to the amount of interest that can be charged if you're in credit card debt. And so that actually hurts the credit card companies.
Yeah, so XLF is going to go down as a result, the financial sector.
I'm not super bearish XLF, but XLF is dropping. I'm neutral to bearish XLF. And mostly these credit card companies, MasterCard shorts are in play, put debit spreads. Visa is dropping. That's starting to break down a bear flag. So yeah,
and that's going to be, and that might be bad for consumers as well. Like it sounds like it's good for consumers, but I'm not saying this is going to happen, but what could happen is they just stop giving out credit cards. Fucking this shit ain't profitable, man. We ain't giving you motherfuckers credit cards. You know what I'm saying? They're more strict about it, you know, potentially. Right. And maybe that's good for them motherfuckers with bad credit. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you should chill with the credit cards, homie. You know what I'm saying? If you can't afford it. So I don't know what's going to happen, but I think it's going to be bearish for their bottom line. Definitely.
You know, consumer spending is about 60% of GDP, the gross domestic product. And so if consumer spending drops, if consumer spending drops a shit ton, that's going to tank the markets, you know.
And if that hypothesis I stated comes to play, they can't get credit. That means the consumer spending is going to drop. Oh shit. So I didn't even think about that.
That's why the XLF is so important for the S&P 500. You know, where it's tough for the market to be green if XLF is red. It happens, difficult. But it's rare. You know.
Yeah, we've seen it, but not for we haven't seen it for long periods of time. You know.
Definitely.
Not us. Maybe it's happened in the history of the world, but like not since we've been fucking trading and shit.
Yeah, I've been trading for 9 years. It'll be 10 years come March. Most of the time, XLF. If it's green, market's green. If XLF
most of the time, right?
But XLF short term, it is at support. So maybe we could see a short term bounce. You know, it's basically just back testing this breakout trend line. You know, you can draw trend lines pretty much anywhere. It's not magical. It's more so for a visual. But that's something to pay attention to. Money is rotating out of the Mag 7. You can take a look at Apple. I said that you can short Apple. Apple puts, been talking about Apple puts since 265. Now it's down almost 8%. Apple puts might be a bit late now. I think you have to wait for a bounce. But see if Apple rejects near this like 257 level. Okay. Meta, we made a killing off of Meta puts last week. And why was I going bearish Meta? Well, we had this long consolidation. That's where we're pinging between a range. People are betting that it's going to go up. People are betting that it's going to go down. Whichever side wins, the other side has to give up the tug of war and they get unwound. And so Meta, if the market selling continues, I think Meta gets underneath $600 a share and maybe gets as low as $580 per share over the next coming weeks. Okay. Meta also has earnings though, so it might get held up. Earnings are on January 28th. Okay. Google's still my largest holding. It's finally starting to drop. Google, I like dip buys at 260. Google is like one of my first stocks to buy once the market drop finishes itself up. You know, once the S&P hits support, instead of buying S&P calls, I'll probably buy some Google calls. You know, that's the way to go. Stocks to wheel. I've been wheeling RR for a number of weeks, getting 5 to 10% per week. You just feeling it. Sell cash secured puts, get a sign, sell covered calls. Lithium. I'm wheeling Lithium. This is LAC. Sell cash secured puts, get a sign, sell covered calls. Nice. You could even go with like leap call options if you really are bullish Lithium.
All right. Go ahead. Oh, I was about to say, guys, if you want to trade with us, like first of all, we trade futures every morning, right? And if you join the Victory Trades, we trade futures every morning. You can trade with us in the morning. I said we use prop firms and we have a lot of fun, made a lot of money, and you get Greg's trade alerts straight to your phone What's up, man? You got some fucking winners you want to show us? The link's in the description if you want to join.
Yeah, come join. We trade live every single day. If you're brand new to trading, we've got beginner courses, option courses, futures courses. You got
all the victory trades.
Yeah, you got support. You get daily reports. You get investment ideas, daily investment ideas, which is pretty cool. And yeah, the alerts are pretty cool. I can't guarantee results. I legally can't.
I know, but show them.
But you know, more often than not, one trade alert will more than pay for the service for the month.
Yeah, that's a screenshot from one of the Victinator.
Yeah, this is a butterfly, $265 in almost $3,000.
Come on, man.
A put butterfly. So if you understand what a butterfly is, you learn it in the options course. Super low risk, great for small accounts, big payouts.
Come on, man.
And medium probability of profit.
And that's just today.
Oh yeah, that's just today. Like we got Solo just got some funded accounts today.
So here's the thing: we trade with prop firms when we trade futures, and so you don't have to trade with your own money. And we use Apex Trader Funding, and we basically you have to get you buy what's called an eVol account. If you want to buy it, you can use code Victory Trades and get a discount. And then you trade with us, all right? And then you can get you pass the evaluation like Solo just did, which means you have to make a certain amount of money, and then you start trading with their money. And it's lit. Solo got his account. That's what's up.
He got multiple funded accounts. He crushed it.
Yeah, it was a big day for him.
Definitely. Even earlier today, I was on a coaching call and I was helping a guy just get all his charts set up, and he was thankful. He's like, "Wow, I'm ready to go."
He
was practicing.
Did you get the wins today? When I had to leave early.
Yeah. There were some wins. Today was more of a quiet day for futures trading. Yeah, it wasn't as big. I did well on the funded accounts. All right. Here's some bear call credit spread wins. So like, look, you only need to put in like $100-$200 into this trade, and you can get a quick $50. All right, well, as long as you have a Robinhood account.
That was trading this morning.
Yeah, this is Simus. He made $445.
Come on, man. You know the vibes.
I mean, that's good money. That's good money. El Pato, he made $191.
Yeah.
Had some wins last week. Boom, $200, $10, $448, $138.
Come on, man. You guys want to trade with us, man? Join Victory Trades. You get Greg's trade alert straight to your phone, and you can trade futures with us in the mornings every day.
Hell yeah. Yeah, what's his name? El Pato. He was saying that he's made thousands of dollars since joining Victory Trades, taking the smallest size on the trades. So I mean,
come on, man, we winning. Guys, if you want to join Victory Trades, the link's in the description. I think Greg got a super chat. Then we got to wrap up some other shit.
I have a few more stocks and sectors I want to briefly just let you know. Uranium, that's coming into rotation. Get a dip buy. URA, $50 a share. That's in rotation. I've been talking about Philip Morris. Defensive stocks have been on a run.
Oh yeah, Philip Morris.
Yep,
yeah.
Philip Morris. That's up 8% since we brought it up. Dip buy on that is like 162. STZ, this is alcohol Constellation Brands. Talked about that at 140. Now it's at 163. That's in my investment account. And then XLU, the other money managers were bullish on XLU. Okay. Utilities. So that pays a 3% dividend. And I think that it hits all-time highs this year.
All right. Somebody wants you to look at a stock.
Yeah. Let's check out AIQ. Okay. So this is the artificial intelligence technology ETF. So this is like the AI ETF. I think it's a good ETF. It's going to get hit hard if the market goes through a correction. So, you know, it would be very reasonable to see this drop 3%, 10%, 20%. I think if your time horizon is longer than 3 years, you're very likely going to make money off of this ETF. Just buying it and holding it. Okay. That's my quick review on AIQ.
All right, man. Listen, guys, if you want to join Victory Trades, click the link in the description. You can trade with Greg and I starting tomorrow morning, and you get Greg's trade alert straight to your phone. The options plays. We've all making a lot of money off it over here, man. You need to fuck with us. All right. Thank you, Greg.
More to come. Peace out, Brandon.
All right. Peace.